waiting without fear or favor. Savannah, second city train to us and our environment is our area. Savannah, tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Kadekonle Oluchimi Jamo. Savannah News TV. I'm a leading witness. Keep watching Savannah. News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Good morning, viewers across the globe. You are welcome to today's edition again, our normal daily news recap. Today is the second day of September. Thank God it's Friday, and we are here to bring you news making headlines in Nigeria. NNPC cannot justify 6.34 tons petroleum subsidy. 6.34 trillion petroleum subsidy. That is coming from the customs boss. Let us get our full story. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Colonel Ahmed Ali, retired, has stated that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, formerly Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, they are now Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, cannot justify the volume of premium motor spirit petroleum being consumed in the country daily to warrant the over 6.34 trillion subsidy payment on the commodity annually. And this is the same subsidy that Buhari condemned when he was coming to power. Buhari condemned subsidy in totality. Today, they are spending 3 times what Jonathan government was spending on subsidy. It's a known fact that the subsidy is a conduit pipe where some certain individuals in our society siphon our money. It's a known fact. It's just, I call it a national cake, where some powerful individuals just use it to carry our money away, to loot our treasury. Because I don't see anything in that so-called subsidy. What are you subsidizing? And the price of petroleum is still unreachable to the common masses. From that end, we go now again to custom. Custom arrest suspect. Custom arrest suspect and intercepts 20,600 liters of PMS. This is not the Kebbi Area Command of Nigerian Customs said it arrested one suspect, intercepted 824 jerrycans of petrol, equivalent of 20,000 liters, and other contrabands worth 61 million in August. You can get our full story. They are all in the Punch of today, 2nd of September. Still in the Punch, the president Nigeria needs in 2023. That is coming from Reverend Kuka, Father Reverend Kuka. Let us see let us hear what he's saying in that aspect. The Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese, Bishop Matthew Kuka, has given an insight into the type of leaders, particularly the person that should be elected by Nigerians as the next president. He said it was important for Nigerians to move away from voting based on ethnic, religious, or political sentiment and vote for someone who is capable of tackling the perennial challenges facing the country. That is just our own stand too. somebody that can tackle the challenges facing the country. It's not a matter of political party or whatever. It's issue of individual personality. You get a full story on the Punch of today. Still in the Punch, we have this Wike lampoons Ayu threatening party. Bode George backs governor. This one is coming from Kanu. Politics too. Shekarau accuses Kwakwanso of betrayal and manipulation. ASU strike hits 200-day. Students decry failed negotiation. 200 days. Our children, brothers and sisters have been at home. So tell me, what do you think? What do you think they will be doing? Sorry to say, most of them will just take into crime because it's an idle man workshop. Understand? An idle man workshop is there for the devil to use. World Bank ready to help Nigerian phase out of subsidies. Wow, that is a great news if they can tap into that. These are news just coming in some few minutes ago. Rivers people see beyond Wike's antics. That is coming from Dakuku Peter's side. Remember that Dakuku Peter's side, he was the governorship candidate for the APC during the last election that Wike defeated him at the general poll. US Open. Williams sisters lose in first round. Wow. There will be no farewell Grand Slam title in double for Serena Williams after she and Sister Venus lost in the first round of the US Open. The sisters decided to give it one last wide 4 years after their last slam appearance together and 6 years on from the most recent of their 14 titles. But the old magic was not quite there and they fell to a 6-5, 4-6 loss to the Czech duo of 37-years-old Lucy Harezatska and 17-years-old Linda Naskova. The match was surely the first opening round double contest ever to begin a night section on Ato Ashe Stadium. Well, these Williams stars they have ruled the world of tennis for a long time, and anything that has a beginning surely must have an end. And I think, according to Serena Williams, when he came to Toronto, he said in the next few months he's going to hang her racket from the Queen's sport of lawn tennis. We wish her the best in her future endeavors in other aspects of life she's going to engage herself in. Still on the Punch newspaper, we take this again. Lagos police arrest singer Ice Prince for assault. I don't know what is. The Lagos Police Command arrested popular musician Ice Prince for allegedly assaulting a police officer. The singer was arrested in the early hours of Friday, according to the command's police public relations officer Benjamin Hudein. He said the singer was stopped by driving without license plates, but allegedly abducted the police officer in his car and assaulted the said officer. Ondeyin in a tweet on his Twitter handle on Friday also alleged that the singer threatened to throw the officer in a river. The tweet read, "At 3 a.m. today, Ice Prince was stopped for driving without license plates. He agreed to be taken to the station. He thereafter abducted the police officer in his car, assaulted him and threatened to throw him in the river. He has been arrested and will be arraigned today. Arranged today. From the Punch now, we quickly move on straight to the Vanguard newspaper of today, 2nd of September. 2023, North will not support candidates exploiting religion, ethnicity. That is coming from Northern Elders. Kingship Torso tears Nnamdi Kanu's community apart as 3 fight over stool. Resumption of train service excites Bauchi residents. Wike is fighting for justice, says Bode George, as PDP crisis worsens. US Open, Nadal overcomes freak self-inflicted injury, reaches third round. This one so interesting. Why Nigerian is in debt? That is coming from the DMO Director General. If you want to know about why Nigeria is in debt, go and pick today's Vanguard newspaper. You will see the full story in the Vanguard newspaper. Lagos Ibadan Road rehab. Government alerts motorists over traffic diversion on Kara Bridge. Ekiti Saga. NSDC probes alleged assault on gospel singer Ayefele. That's serious. That's serious. This is funny. I don't know what is behind it. Japan encourages youths to drink more alcohol to boost economy. To boost economy at the detriment of their health. Wow. Tertiary unions accept federal government's offer to suspend strike. From the Vanguard now, we quickly rush to the Daily Post of Nigeria. Daily Post Nigeria today. You are hypocrites. Disgrace. PDP attacks Tinubu Shetima over Jonathan's visit. (2023) APC will lose if you insist on free, fair election. Wike replies Buhari. Fidelity Bank posts impressive first year 2022 results. Profit hits 25.1 billion. Nigerian immigration explains different passport fees in northern, southern states. I don't know the reason for that. Maybe we should get, let us get that story from that end. Why one part should be paying more than the other part? We want to see. Let us get the full story. The Nigerian Immigration Service has reacted to the outrage over the disparity in charges for passports. Nigerians are condemning the different rates on the Nigerian Immigration Service website for states in the north and south. In the website, the screenshot posted on social media compared the price for a 32-page 5 years standard passport The fee in Ekiti, Imo, Abia, Ogun state shows 10,750, while the fee for Sokoto, Adamawa, and Kaduna is 25,000. But the NIS explained that Kaduna was still on electronic mode and yet to be linked to the enhanced e-passport center. A statement on his Twitter account said passports are issued regardless of where the applicants live. So we get a full story on this day of today. Still on this day, banditry, Zamfara Hisba, and the civil defense renew partnership. Abuja Kaduna train, you are making big mistake. Islamic group warns those stopping rail services. 2023, enough of reckless utterances, hate speech. Ohaneji caution Enugu politicians and others. Ekweremadu, Oganiru, Enugu attack Southeast governors and stakeholders. Let's see that story, the full story of that, why they are attacking, why that is happening. Southeast governors have come under attack over their alleged lack of concern in the continued detention of former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu by the United Kingdom government. What can they do? The law must take its course. I don't know. I don't think these people they know how government works in those areas. These are organized society. You cannot influence no governor or president or prime minister that can influence what is going to happen from the judiciary in the United Kingdom or the US or Canada. No. Unlike other countries where they can use power of whatever to office to influence. You can use what is the big deal? What is there? He has to face his charges as normal. That is it. That is the country that doesn't believe in different rules. The law is one and is for everyone. So this is not an issue at all. Daily Post reports that Ekweremadu has been behind bars following an order of a London court after he was charged for alleged organ harvesting. At a press conference in Enugu on Thursday, the president of Ndi Oganeru, Enugu State, Engineer Jude Asowoga, called for an emergency meeting of the Southeast governors over Ekweremadu's fate. What can the Southeast governor do on this? They cannot do nothing. Nothing. Not even the president of Nigeria not even Buhari can do nothing. So they are saying they think they're talking about Nigerian government, where they go and influence the judiciary, they go and influence the judge. The prime minister cannot talk to the judge on any case in London. The judge will go by the rules, will go by the constitution. What they should be doing, talking about now, is to get a lawyer for him, to someone to defend him so he can get out of the hook. But the issue that the government interfere is total rubbish. There's nothing the governor can do, nothing the president can do, nothing even the prime minister of Britain can do. He cannot influence any case in London. Never. Unlike in Nigeria, where a minister, a governor could just make a phone call or influence somebody to talk to the judge and whatever, and they will turn cases. I doubt if they know what they're talking about by saying that the governor should come to the aid of Ekweremadu. Nobody can come to the aid of Ekweremadu at this level except God and a sound lawyer, because he has a case to answer. He has been charged and he has to face the law. If he's lucky, he may be left the hook. If he's not lucky, he will be jailed. Nobody cares about your status in those countries. Nobody cares. Either you are a governor, nobody cares about your status. They all care. What they care about is the rule of law, the constitution. Unlike Nigeria, where one governor will just do things and just go away with it. Or even governor's son, governor's children, or presidents. It can't happen in advanced country. It can never happen. In fact, they are even the worst hit, those ones that are in power in advanced countries. Because what I will do now, go scot-free. If my prime minister in Canada do the same thing, he will be charged. For instance, I went to park some time ago. That was a long time, about a year ago. I went to park where I'm not supposed to park because of the Nigerian mentality was still in me then. Where I saw where they wrote disabled, there was a sign for disabled people to park. But I felt because it was late night, I wanted to get a coffee from a coffee shop. So I thought maybe nobody. I'm talking about around 12 to 1 a.m. in the night. You know, I wanted to get a coffee. I was going somewhere and I wanted to be awake, so let me just get a coffee. You know, and I just parked my car at the spot because it's closer to the door of the coffee shop. So I quickly parked to rush in. Let me just get a cup of coffee. In less than 5 minutes, I came out. I saw a ticket on my dashboard attached to my wiper, windscreen wiper. When I picked it, behold, it was $480. I had to pay. I pay. There's nothing you can do. I had to pay. Where am I going to now? Assuming it was the Prime Minister of Canada that parked in that same spot, they will not only give him a ticket, but he will be summoned. If care is not taken, he will be impeached or he will lose his seat. He will be summoned because they will say, you are a prime minister, you should lead by example. You can see the difference between myself, who is a common person, to the prime minister. I paid the fine, which is the rule. I was fined and I have to pay, and I paid. But assuming someone is occupying an office, like the Prime Minister of Canada, who is the head, like the president of the country here, and he does the same thing that I did, of parking in a disability car park, he will not only be fined, he will be called for questioning. That why should you, as a prime minister, go and park in that place of all people? You are supposed to be living by example, and this may cost him his office. That is a just society. That is a society that wants to grow. That is a society that cares about nobody. They care more about people in position. That for you being in a position, you should lead by example. But in Nigeria and other African countries, you be in position, you are not supposed to live by example. You are supposed to live above the law. The poor masses are the ones that are supposed to live by example in those countries. You can see the difference. What I will do here and go scot-free, if any political officer or somebody in position do it, he won't go scot-free. For instance, let me give you a story that may interest you. The Prime Minister here, the mother is residing in the US, precisely in Chicago. And normally, the son to visit the mother and stuff. This fateful day, he just said, let me go and see my mom. In fact, he wasn't going to see the mom. He went somewhere on official assignment as the Prime Minister outside the country to somewhere in the US. And he decided to just say, okay, let me just branch and see my mom. And he went to see the mom. He came back to the country. He was summoned to the house that why should you go and use taxpayers' money, aviation fuel, and taxpayers' aircraft for a personal visit, to go and visit your mother. That aircraft is meant for official engagement as a prime minister, not for family affairs. They drag him in the house, he has to apologize. And he has to pay, they have to say, okay, the aviation fuel you have used, the wear and tear, they monetize it, and he has to pay. That is a country that values the constitution and the law. They told him point blank that aircraft, that presidential aircraft, is for your official engagement, not for your not for your personal engagement, for your official engagement. In Nigeria, the son to the government, to the president will carry the aircraft to Sokoto today. The daughter will carry it to Bauchi tomorrow. The wife will fly to Dubai next tomorrow. Burning taxpayers' money on gas, and taxpayers' money, using taxpayers' money to manage their own private affairs. Not until we address that, Nigeria will not get out of this guamaya they have find themselves. The best education in life is traveling. It's not the degree you acquire in one hamlet. No. Go outside and see for your things how things works. Go and see how things are working. Go and see why this country working. This country is working because they adhere to the law, irrespective of who you are. When a country knows that, everybody will sit tight. I can assure you, the prime minister here, the premier here, the mayor, they can never drive a vehicle without their driving license. They can never, because at any time the police may flag you down. And you know what? These people, they drive themselves sometimes. But if after official hours, the prime minister will drive himself with his car for his own personal private engagements. The premier of all those provinces too, they drive themselves. So also the mayor, they drive himself, and they can be randomly flagged down by police. God forbid the prime minister is driving a vehicle without having his driver's license with him. He's going to be in a very deep shit. And he cannot bribe the police. He cannot tell the police, I'm the prime minister. No, the police will tell you, sir, I'm doing my job. You have erred, and I have to charge you. They don't take bribe. They don't take any. They have to charge you. He's not looking at him as prime minister. He's looking at him as a citizen of Canada. And in fact, the policeman will be happy to even say that, oh, I'm arresting a prime minister. He will make sure that he does his job diligently. What he has to do, the dot has to be dotted, the T has to be crossed. He will make sure he charge him accordingly. Because to him, he's a big fish. And to him, he has to prove to the prime minister that he himself, as a police officer, is doing his job rightly. You can see the country where. But who are you to stop a governor, or to stop even a local government chairman driving his car in Nigeria? Who are you? The first thing they will ask you, do you know me? Do you know who you are talking to? You don't just say that here. In fact, they don't even say it. You don't just say that here. Several times I've been in queue in Tim Hortons to buy coffee. I will see a minister of Canada, minister in the government here. A federal minister will queue behind me to buy his coffee or our coffee. That is a country that is developing, and they are hungry for development. And they threw away everything. They are resting on what I call equity and justice. Nobody is above the law in those countries. These are the secrets of all these developed countries. Because the law are in place for everybody. But when you see where the law is for some people, and some people are above the law, some are under the law, there can't be justice, there can't be progress, there can't be development. There cannot. There cannot be development. Because some people will err the law. And this will give precedence to those people again that are not supposed to err the law. Because if you are in a position and you are not living by example, those people that are not in a position will say, but he did it. Why won't I do it? we must come out from this Gwamaya if we really want to progress as a nation. I just brought this to your hearing this morning for you to know that it's not rocket science, it's not magic that these countries are progressing, that are developed. It's the mindset of the leaders. When they live by example, others will follow suit. Others will follow suit. When you come to a place and you see a governor wants to buy something like coffee or whatever and is queuing, will you jump the queue? You can't jump the queue. You can't jump the queue in that aspect. You follow suit. That's what's happening today in advanced countries. At this junction, we have come to the end of today's news review, and our tips to our viewers across, especially in Nigeria, is be wary of your surrounding, and if you are going to anywhere, make sure you inform 1 or 2 people about your movement. Where you are going to, make sure you tell 1 or 2 people, I'm going to visit so person in so place. And moreover, again, when you are boarding a vehicle taking you to a particular place, it's just a tip on your phone. Just tip it to your friend. I'm entering a bus now. I'm going to Djibouti. This is the number of the bus. Please let me take note. We are just about taking off now. Approximately in the next 2 hours we should arrive. Just do that. That can save your life, and that can give you justice. God forbid anything happen to you. They know how to trace what happened to you and those responsible for your disappearance. That is our tip for our folks out there. Good morning. Today remains 2nd of September 2022. I remain your regular host, Prince Olujimi Adekaleli Joka, the lion of the tribe of Irele Kingdom.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused to deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. Things are positive change to us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonde Olujimi Jabo. Savannah News TV. I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.